that this is valuable not just for the mentees, but it's also valuable for the mentors because they get to listen to people who are actually facing these problems and digest that information, know what's happening, what's really happening out there, because that's what entrepreneurs are doing, right? Can you tell me what's common between Aristotle, Bill Gates, and Harry Potter?
They all had great mentors.
Exactly.
Yeah. And mentorship is definitely a two-way street. You learn by teaching and you teach by learning. So it's a two-way
Exactly.
street. Hello and welcome to another fantastic episode, a quick episode of Pitch Cafe podcast. Today I'm extremely honored to have with me a very senior Silicon Valley veteran who is chairing the TieCon Mentorconnect. Guys, if you have not heard of TieCon, TIE stands for the Indus Entrepreneur. This is like the marquee Silicon Valley conference for all you entrepreneurs, technology enthusiasts, investors, and any person who's trying to be a change maker. TieCon is the place to be, especially on May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's a mind-blowing experience. Before I steal the thunder from our chair of Mentorconnect here, Mr. Prakash Narayan, let me introduce him quickly. He's the CTO of 3K Technologies. He has a ton of technology and venture experience. He advises many startups. He's held several high-level management positions, technology positions. Without further ado, let's ask from Prakash, what is TieCon, what's happening there, and what we are to expect from TIE Mentorconnect. Prakash, welcome to Pitch Cafe podcast. Truly a pleasure to have you here.
Fantastic. Thank you, Vida, for that kind introduction. As Vida said, my name is Prakash Narayan, and I'm happy to be here. TieCon this year is going to be a fantastic experience because after 3 years, TieCon is going to be an in-person conference at the Santa Clara Convention Center. So not only are we as the leadership team in TieCon excited to bring it to you, you as an audience should be excited to attend because of the great content. Now, in addition to content, TieCon has many entrepreneur programs. In fact, there are 6 entrepreneur programs in TieCon, and Mentorconnect is just one of them. So on Wednesday, the 3rd of May, there will be a VC Connect, there'll be a Startup Bootcamp, and AI Bootcamp.
Wow.
So those are the 3 events. So go ahead if you have any questions there. So Startup Bootcamp is basically letting people know about what startups are all about, how do you go about creating a startup, etc. Right? So Startup Bootcamp gives you a course on creating and running a startup.
How long is the Startup Bootcamp? How many
Startup Bootcamp will run for most of the day. And the people running Startup Bootcamp are highly experienced folks. So basically what they do is they coach you on the whole process of startups. And then at the end of the day, you actually get to create an idea, pitch the idea, and have people evaluate your idea. There are mentors who will be at the Startup Bootcamp who will evaluate your pitch and give you feedback on your pitch. So it's not just static, you're sitting there and getting information, you're actually taking that information and creating a pitch and getting feedback on that pitch. So that's Startup Bootcamp. And then there's AI Bootcamp that kind of lets you know what's happening in the world of AI, especially these days. Everybody's talking about AI with ChatGPT and all that. And finally, there's VC Connect. So as an entrepreneur, when you have to make a pitch for funding, sometimes that could be an experience that people are a little intimidated of. And then VC Connect basically gives you the opportunity to have a friendly set of VCs listen to your pitch and give you feedback on your pitch, right? Which is very important. Before you go to your first VC, or maybe you've already done your first VC and you want to get now to a Series A level, you still need that feedback from an experienced venture capitalist. And that's what VC Connect does. Fantastic. Then we come to 3 programs that take place during May 4th and 5th, during TieCon itself. And the first is Mentorconnect, which takes place during lunch on Thursday and Friday. Mm-hmm. So Mentorconnect basically gives you an opportunity to have near one-on-one conversations with some of the best in the business, right? And later on, I'll tell you a little bit more about the quality of the mentors that will be there. So there'll be close to 40 mentors that you can pick from, and covering a wide variety of fields and expertise. And then there's TIE 50, which is a program that allows entrepreneurs to get selected into the top 50 and then actually do your pitch. And at the end of TIE 50, there are awards given, and the top 10 companies get an opportunity to participate and meet the Drapers, which is like a Shark Tank environment, allowing you to pitch to Tim Draper, who is a top-notch VC. And finally, there is the expo, which is where the hub of the activity in TieCon, where entrepreneurs get an opportunity to have a booth and talk about their product and their enterprise. So those are the programs. I am specifically responsible for Mentorconnect, which basically allows you as an entrepreneur to get feedback. As you mentioned, maybe you're a wantrepreneur, you're working for a company. Also, it's not just entrepreneurs, right? You may be a professional. And sometimes some of the mentors are professional career coaches. So those opportunities exist as well.
Fantastic. So Prakash, let's move into Mentorconnect. That is the initiative you're spearheading. It's your area of expertise right now for this TieCon. You're planning it. What is the area of Mentorconnect going to be like? Last time I saw there were a lot of roundtables. In fact, I moved from one table to another. I split my lunch hour with 2 or 3 mentors. Some mentors are oversubscribed. I would stand and listen in on what they're trying to say. I really had a lot of freedom to move from one mentor to another. Even though I picked my table and I went there and I reserved my time, it's just, a very, very flexible. So what to expect from Mentorconnect 2023? What is it going to be like at TieCon?
The first thing I'm going to say is, so while you moved from one table to the next, that's something we actually discourage, because what we want is quality time with the mentor, right? So we deliberately keep the number of mentees per mentor small so that you can have a near one-on-one experience with the mentor, right? And not only do you have the opportunity to discuss with a mentor, there's also, you get to hear other people in the table, right? So you're not necessarily hogging all the conversation. You're allowing participation amongst the other people. Typically it's an hour's conversation, right? And if you think about it, basically this offers you a structured environment to have your questions and your doubts cleared and answered. And you have an opportunity to do this twice, on Thursday and on Friday. Pick a different mentor for each day. You'll be given an opportunity to pick the mentor of your choice. And my recommendation is you pick that mentor carefully. And of course, it's on a first come, first serve basis. So you better, when you receive the mail, you better respond to that quickly.
Absolutely. No, come to think of it, I did this table hopping when I was volunteering.
There you go.
But when I booked the table, I was with a venture capitalist, and everyone on the table were very curious on how to move from a corporate job into venture capital.
Right.
There are a couple of people from Google Ventures, an Intel venture, and there are a couple of software engineers, and there was another angel investor. They all asked him how to become a venture capitalist, and that was a very long discussion. In fact, that person has become a very good friend now. I know what you mean by quality time. I took notes, we did group pictures, we exchanged emails, we have an email group. So we have all the contact information, and now we are friends.
Very good.
It's a very exhilarating, amazing experience, because those people are not available otherwise.
Exactly.
Especially
so what we do is, through this Mentorconnect program, exactly like you said, we allow you in a structured environment at scale, right? So how do you enable 50 people to be in a single 50 highly accomplished people to be in a single room and have the opportunity for you to have these conversations with them?
So Prakash, let's get into slightly more details of what types of mentors are coming this time, so that if we have listeners from a specific domain, they can go and pick their mentor in that domain.
Right on. A good question. So in fact, this year, we've been very particular in seeking mentors from multiple areas of expertise, right? So this includes people who are marketing experts, people who are growth marketing experts. How do you do 10x growth? People who are successful entrepreneurs themselves and had multiple exits. So you can learn from them, hey, what's the journey like? And even get to probe their minds and get some insights from them, like you did.
I won't forget that.
I mentioned earlier about professional career coaches, right? This mentor, in fact, is listed as, in LinkedIn, he's listed as a top coach. So
I can't wait. I'm going to go register. Can you please share which date we will get more details, and what is the last date to
So
apply?
the website, so let me finish, then I'll come back and answer that question. Then we have people who are experts on semiconductors, right? And then we have people who are experts on health tech, on fintech, on blockchain, Web3, on AI, generative AI, on just plain leadership coaching. Some of these mentors run incubators, so you have an opportunity to talk to them. On pharma, life sciences, on telecom, on data science. So we have world-leading experts in each of these areas who are going to be participating in Mentorconnect. So it's a huge opportunity for attendees. For just a mere $29, you get the opportunity to have near one-on-one conversations with these experts.
Totally worth every dollar. Just the top of my head, so many startups are coming to me for help. They need help all the way from company registration to taxes to incorporation to patenting and to cross-border cash flow management. All these things, they can go to the people at the incubators and talk to them how they manage startups. And so many consultants are making money out of these services. Let's say you want to explore Web3 and you want to start a service company. Listen to the expert before you go and invest money or make a promise to your client. There are so many things. You're looking for a job. This is the right place to be.
Exactly.
And it has always worked for me. I always find a job, always find a gig at TieCon. Never go empty-handed. Yeah. So fantastic. For $29 seems like a good...
So you asked the question, where can they get more information? Just go to tiecon.org/mentor-connect, all lowercase. And the list of mentors are already uploaded there. And we're adding more mentors. In fact, there are more people coming to me who are subject matter experts coming to me saying, hey, I'd like to be a mentor. And I want to keep it at 40 mentors or so that people are not overwhelmed in terms of selecting the mentor.
Sure. So what is the criteria for someone to be a mentor on Mentorconnect in Silicon Valley? I'm guessing they have to be present here in the first place.
Correct.
They have to be physically present here, or you have virtual mentoring?
So this year, and for the past 3 years, we've been doing Virtual Connect. But this year, everything is physical. The entire TieCon is physical for a reason, right? We want people to have that experience, have that networking, have that face-to-face connections. So for that reason, and there is definitely value, Vida, in having the face-to-face connections, because yes, Zoom has enabled us to connect to people across the globe, but there is definitely value in having the face-to-face interaction.
Fantastic. Absolutely. I agree with you. So Prakash, one important question every applicant is going to ask: how does Mentorconnect factor in discounts? Do we get discounts if we attend Mentorconnect, or is there a discount on Mentorconnect? Or does TieCon overall have a discount which uses Mentorconnect service as well? How do we leverage that?
So this year, we've been in the leadership team at TieCon. We've been very particular in not giving discounts. Already the price of the conference is low, and the price of Mentorconnect is $29. So there is...
Yeah, that's reasonable. No, I wouldn't go down. But I was wondering if it's packaged with something else. But when I volunteered, I did have access to some tables in VC Connect. Usually the priority is people who booked the table, they get the first priority. Correct. So, but if you're volunteering several hours at TieCon, you get a peek into several tracks, and also you can swing by. When the tables are empty, you can go and get a slot.
That is definitely doable. But right now it's too late to join as a volunteer. The list of volunteers in Mentorconnect are filled. But then you're absolutely right. So the one thing I wanted to state, and this is something I'm working out with the TIE 50 folks, is that if you participate in TIE 50, one of the perks of participating in TIE 50, the TIE 50 costs, I think it just went up last week. It was $249. I think it's $399 now. That cost will include Mentorconnect.
Oh, okay, that's good. So if you buy the conference ticket, that will include...
TIE 50 will include. So TIE 50 will include conference ticket. And on top of the conference ticket, will also include Mentorconnect.
Okay, fantastic. That's another way to get an access to Mentorconnect. So where can they find the details of this breakup? I'm guessing it's all updated on the website, right?
Right. So you go to TieCon.org and search for Tie50. You go to TieCon.org/Tie50. For Mentorconnect, you go to TieCon.org/Mentorconnect. For BC Connect, you go to /BC Connect. And there is a menu on top that allows you to navigate to these programs. So it's very well organized and very easy to find.
Fantastic. So on that note, Prakash, any last thoughts for attendees and people who are contemplating, on signing up with Mentorconnect? Are there any last thoughts for you?
Absolutely. So in fact, I wanted to start off by saying some people are, they think, do I need a mentor, right? So I wanted to start off by saying that, let me ask you a question. Can you tell me what's common between Aristotle, Bill Gates, and Harry Potter?
They all had great mentors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Plato was Aristotle's mentor.
Yes.
Warren Buffett is Bill Gates's mentor.
Right.
And Dumbledore is Harry Potter's mentor.
Absolutely.
Right? So whatever stage we are in our professional careers, there's always a need for a mentor. A mentor provides you a guiding light, and based on experiences that they've had, they're able to provide you a guiding light and let you know the path forward, or based on their own experiences, right? So many times attendees have come to me saying, I've posed questions to mentors, and it turned out that at each time, constantly as an entrepreneur, you're constantly facing forks, right? Decision points.
Yeah.
Which path do I take, right? And sometimes that is a make or break. So you go in the wrong direction, and who knows what happens, right? And it turned out in that particular case, that exact same situation was faced by the mentor a few years back. So the mentor was able to provide that guidance, and it turned out to be very valuable, right? So you never know what's going to come out of it. And by the way, I want to say that this is valuable not just for the mentees, but it's also valuable for the mentors, because they get to listen to people who are actually facing these problems and digest that information, know what's happening, what's really happening out there, because that's what entrepreneurs are doing, right? They are reinventing things. They are basically innovating and doing things that have not been done before in areas that these particular mentors, for example, in the world of telecom. Yes, the person who the mentor is a world-leading expert in telecom, but it's likely that this mentee is, doing something on the edges and is able to provide that information. So it's a two-way street. So they have a good conversation. They enjoy the conversation as well.
Absolutely. So no second thoughts about that. Everyone needs a mentor, and mentorship is definitely a two-way street. You learn by teaching and you teach by learning. So it's
exactly.
Fantastic. On that note, Prakash, thank you so much for this amazing half hour you spent with me. I'm sure we'll have a lot of signups for Mentorconnect. Please do come back on this podcast and share more about TieCon and your personal experiences. Thank you so much.
I do. Thanks. Bye.